Hola. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. I gotta find my post and make sure that it's not on only me. Which, of course, it is. Of course, it is. It's on only me. Edit audience. Public. All right, let's go ahead and share this out. How's everyone? Incredible greetings. Uh-oh. All right, so I'm just sharing this out, guys. So I'm just sharing it out. Give me a second. All right. One more. Bear with me. How is everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, incredible greetings. How are you guys doing? We are going to get started shortly. Hello, hello, hello to everybody that's hopping on over on TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know if you are an event or party enthusiast, party planner, decorator. If you are into making crafts for events and party celebrations, let me know in the chat. Hey, it cut off my link. Huh, interesting. All right, give me a second, guys, because for some reason it cut off my link. So let me just add that back and then copy this again. All right, there we go. All right, so we are all shared out. Okay, yep, we are all shared out. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's see. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, Quisha. Thank you for joining. Callie, all the crafts. Okay, all of them. Hey, 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 from Texas. Welcome in. Thank you for hopping on from Mississippi. Hey, 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 Hans. How are you? Hello from North Kakalaki. Hello, new to your channel. Well, welcome. Hopefully, this won't be your last time, and you will consider subscribing to our channel. Those are power. Wait, those yes. Are those Powerpuff Girls? Yes, they are. All righty. So I'm going to complete an order, and you guys can hang out with me while I complete this order. So I am going to be making some custom boxes. These are from A to Z. If someone, because I'm on a platform where I can't really say it or mess up my distribution. So if you know what A to Z is, the smile with the prime, somebody put it in the chat what A to Z means. It does come with the insert. You can choose to leave the insert in, or you can have it without, and they can fill it however they want. Or you can even do these without anything on it. This does come with an insert. If you want to decorate the insert, you can do that as well. I do have the template for this, for the sizing. And you're going to see how the background goes across the whole thing. It's going to be in the template vault. It's going to be included with a session that we're going to do for the Creative Lounge. I use Silhouette Studio. I am going to work on setting it up as a PDF file that can be used in Canva. So I will work on that PDF file and that Canva type template. But to know me is to know that I love Silhouette Studio, and I do everything in Silhouette Studio. Okay, that is my program of choice. This is a really, really easy, beginner friendly. I didn't go too crazy on decorating the box. So this is the kind of beginner friendly, and you don't have to do too much. You're going to see that we're just going to put basically a sticker on the back and a sticker on the front. I did not layer it or do a bunch of offsetting or pop dotting on this. It's all just one sticker, just adhere to the clear box. So the actual process of this is beginner friendly. Now, the design, however, I did go a little crazy when it came to the design part of it. We did do the actual Powerpuff Girls. I showed and demoed that yesterday. You can go over to Soloholics Anonymous's YouTube, and it should still be up, where I traced this out and showed you how to do like the difference between trace and detach, and then tracing to be able to fill in all of the individual areas. Now, what you did not see on this, but I will be including it in my Essentials of Silhouette Studio. If you noticed, well, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is actually that image that was together. And I don't have, because it actually messed up, so I don't have, and the young lady came by to pick up her pajamas and she took the one that I had. I have to print out another one, but this was on that one that I did, and they were actually together. So I separated them and gave her own individual, which where you saw her whole arms, and then with this one here, adding the full ponytail to it. So I separated them. How I did that, I actually did record it already, and I'm going to upload it as an exclusive, additional bonus video in the Essentials of Silhouette Studio program. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to challenge yourself with separating them, that video will be posted soon. All right. As well as how I designed it and got like the little glitter effect on the background, how we set that up. And like I said, the template, it will be in the so y'all know, look, I like my business. I don't really like to, on my platform, like on my website, put anything that is licensed characters. Now, if somebody happens to come to me, I'm just getting paid to, it's my little workaround, but it's not really a workaround. I can still get in trouble. But I don't really put like images and stuff like this on my website and things like that. But you might be able to find it in a certain little vault, because it's just a bonus or freebie in the vault. For certain things, but the blank template will be in the vault as well, as well as on the website if you just want that and the sizing for it. I actually have quite a few Gable boxes. I've had this one for quite some time, and I haven't really used these. I can only use this style like once or twice. I normally use like my craft ones or my white ones or my black ones, or actually if I go to Party City, I'll get colored ones. But I thought this was just super cute so that you can see their stripes behind them. So yeah, so the process for this, very, very beginner friendly. It may take some getting used to with Silhouette Studio to do all the things we did here. The name, the client actually created it originally in Canva. So I brought it over into Silhouette Studio. I used my warp tool to curve it. And then I traced it and had all of these little layers and stuff. And I added the glitter. Can y'all see the glitter pattern? So I added the glitter pattern to it. Okay. And I added some additional offsetting because I think it only had like one layer. If you guys remember that image from, because I showed it last night. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me show you. Because I also had to make the cups, and I kept one of them and it's on my cup. So, and it's crooked, don't mind it. But you see how she had it here? So I end up adding like an extra offset around it and kind of switching some colors. So I took this and arched it. I also traced out the polka dots that are on there and made everything all glittery. Again, that video I have already recorded. It will be in Essentials of Silhouette Studio. All right. Let's see. I see a few comments here. Will this be on YouTube? I missed if you show. Oh, I haven't even started yet. I haven't done any of them yet. They're all right here. We're about to go through these and do them right now. So I have 10 to do. So there's 8 done. So you'll get to see me do 6 of them. Let's see. No, you haven't missed anything yet. Oh, that was the same person. Okay. Hello. Incredible greetings. Welcome in. Following this is fun to watch. Welcome, Faith Creations. Did we end up having class last night? No, our power did not come back on until 6 o'clock this morning. And I was miserable, like because my sinuses and stuff started messing up. My mouth got dry. My nose, I was miserable. Our lights didn't come back on until 6 o'clock. Let's see. Hello. Thank you guys. I see a bunch of hellos. I'm trying to just like kind of skim through the comments. Thank you so much for the gift, Tiff. Oh, that rhymed. Haha. Let's see. Okay. So let me see over here. So this is just standard. You can use standard sticker paper. You can technically use regular paper and put adhesive on the back, but you'll kind of see it. If you took my composition notebook class, it's the exact same like sticker papers because it's a mixture of them because they're actually all in one pile now. And so it's a mixture of them. So if you took the composition notebook class, you know the pretty much exact brands. This is one of the glossy ones that is on here. Thank you. Yes, A to Z means this. Thank you. Incredible evening. Hello, incredible evening. I need to join the vault. Yes. Hello. Love the box. All right. So I'm going to get to it because I still have to make this Mardi Gras umbrella because tomorrow I got a screw stuck in my tire somewhere in Miami. And I need to go to Dodge in the morning. And then I have a dental appointment. Then I got to go see my dad. Oh, so it was kind of crazy. I was on live talking about the election and how important it is. And I was talking about like my dad and how a lot of people always say they do things like for their kids and to leave a legacy. And I'm like, I'm going to teach my kids how to, about generational wealth and how to, stay above the poverty line and all those different things and prepare themselves for retirement. And so I was saying on that live video, I'm more so worried about like my parents. Like my dad, he worked at a job for so freaking long, and he had like technically one more year to get the early retirement. But he won't get like his full benefits and stuff. I'm like, nobody's gonna hire my dad at freaking 60, like over 60 years old. And I'm like, I just want to take care of my parents. Well, guess what? As soon as I got off that live video on TikTok, I got a call from my aunt. My dad was actually in the hospital for 5 days. Nobody knew because he did not have his phone. He left his wallet at home and he was in the hospital. My dad got hit by a car, broke his leg in two pieces, should I say. And then they did it wrong. He had to go back to a different hospital to get it reset. So I was just on that live saying, since he lost, they forced him into early retirement from his job. Like my dad would do things like cutting grass and just do like odd jobs like that. So now he can't even do that. So I've been like kind of stressing this week, really, really stressing because he had to go back into the hospital and all those different things. But that I have a bunch of stuff to have to go see my dad because I'm the one that normally does all like the legal stuff. So dealing with like the police report, his caseworker, like it's just a lot. So tomorrow's going to be a very, very busy day for me. So I'm trying to finish these up because they're going to Orlando tomorrow, but she's going to come down before they go up. I have to get my nail. I have to go get my oil change and my tire, my airbag thing. It's like, but that's a normal thing with the Dodge. Like we have to go, it's like we have 13 airbags and they keep having to be serviced. So I'm just used to that until we hit to the 13. A dental appointment, then I have to go deal with my dad. So I'm like, I got to finish all of this stuff tonight. So y'all get to keep me up, but also learn. All right. So, all right, let's go ahead. Thank you so much. So we're going to get going. If you've never seen print and cut, you're going to see this. So what I will tell you about this is these are separate pieces, but there is an additional like copy of this that's set to cut edge. So I use, of course, a Cricut. I'm sorry, I'm so rude. My mother, my grandmothers, they taught me better than that. I forgot to introduce myself. If you are new here and you don't know who I am, I'm just going on and on and on and on and on and on and forgot to tell y'all who I am. If you are new here, if you are not new here, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, girl, hey. Hey, dude, hey. But I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. This is not sublimation. This is just done with a regular standard printer. I did use my Canon Pixma for this. And I might have to try and tilt y'all a little bit over here on TikTok so y'all can see the camera. It's just that it was braced up against the camera because it keeps wanting to fall down. So, yeah. Yes, it's going to drop, y'all. Hold on. All right, so I got to figure out a way to get y'all turned, but like bracing it. See, I knew that was going to happen. This tripod has been driving me absolutely insane. All right, so hopefully y'all can kind of see that. But anywho, I am the master instructor for all things Silhouette Studio and Silhouette Cameos. I have now 7 Cameo machines. I'm working on my 8th because I want the 5+. Don't want the Pro. Will never ever get Silhouette's Pro unless they send it to me or someone sends it to me. But I do want to purchase the Plus, which is their 15-inch, because I have 7 12-inch machines. You can do this with the portraits. So as I said, this is a really good beginner-friendly project. Whether you have a Cameo, if you have the file, you could. Well, no, you could not do this with Cricut because it's too big. But if you have the portrait, you can do it with the portrait. And I teach all things. So everything from the program. I love teaching the program, and I don't teach the program just for this machine. Nowadays, it's rare that I get to use it. I'm back into the swing of things of doing all things custom. So I've been using my machines a lot more. I actually need to get a shelf set up so I don't have to keep cutting on one, because it wasn't too bad cutting all these out. But like right now, I have 3 left. I left 3 for the live, and I could have cut all 3 of these like at the same time, but I only have the one because I don't have my shelf set up. But I teach all these, everything Silhouette Studio. I've been doing it for about 10 years now. I teach it more so as a graphic designing program. So it doesn't matter if you have a Cricut, if you don't have any cutting machine, if you just have a printer. If you don't have a printer, you can still use it as a design platform to create digital files that you can sell, to create your files that you're going to submit to, to outsource to printers, to DTF and things of that nature. So it's like a poor man's Photoshop, and I teach you how to use it in ways you could not imagine the things that I'm able to do in Silhouette Studio and the type of designs I'm able to create. Our flagship program is our Essentials of Silhouette Studio. It is on sale today, 55% off. All right. So, like I said, the very, very beginner, I didn't go crazy in decorating this and putting a bunch of offsets and layering and pop dotting and all those different things. So you're just going to get to see me do this, and you will get to see the print and cut process. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send this one. I was going to say, you better not act crazy on live. I'm like, it's been doing fine the whole time. I'm looking for my other mat so I can set that one up, and I didn't have to wait on one mat, but I don't even see where the heck did my mat go? By the time I get this one set up, that one's going to be done. See, I knew it. It's kind of pointless to set this mat up. Okay, we'll do work from one mat. That gives you guys an opportunity to kind of just see the process and ask questions. My mat is not as sticky as it should be. I need to actually clean. This one has some gunk on. I need to clean it, and it's actually probably time to open up a new set of mats. So I want you to see, I got a little bit, just a hair of color there. But normally my print and cuts are pretty accurate, where I don't have a lot of white around it, and it's pretty accurate because I calibrate my mat. The video on how to calibrate your Cricut mats to be used with your Silhouette Cameo machine is on my Silhoueholics Anonymous YouTube channel. And this, putting tape on this, especially painter's tape, doesn't help at all because it does peel up the sticky, you can see where it's white. So I need to stop doing this and just clean them or grab another mat, because I have a whole, they're on a hook, but I'm being lazy. The one thing that I miss with, they brought back with the 5, which is the only reason why I want the 5, is because they brought back repeat job, to where you can just hit repeat job on the machine. With the 2 and the 3, they have you just hit it, and you just go on, you just hit repeat job. With the 4, I have to go to the computer each time to send the job, and that sucks. All right, let's see. Hey. Welcome. So we have just one more to cut out. This one, yeah, it's cutting with just a sliver on the bottom. Actually, I think this is the extra one. I always print out an extra one. It keeps me from having to go back and print, like just in case something happens. I always print out an extra. I don't consider it to be a waste. I build it into my prices, so it's never be used for content purposes. So I never consider my prints to be a waste. Which is better, Cricket or Cameo? It's a preference. It's like asking which is better, Pepsi or I'm about to say Pepsi or Sprite, Pepsi or Coke. It's a preference. I am more of a silhouette girl. Cricket don't do nothing for me. One, the program subpar. Two, I am heavy on printing cuts. This right here, Cricket would not cut. It's actually a little bit. It's a tad bit too big for the standard printing cut for Cricut machines. And I am heavy on printing cuts. I've done printing cuts where I'm able to cut them out and so I don't have to have straight lines. I can strategically cut it out, and I can do cutouts as large as like I've done some as large as like 42 inches wide and tall, and they're just in multiple pieces, and you can't tell because it's all in strategic areas. I don't have to do like a straight line. So for me, and I can do 11 by 17 paper and almost all the way to the edge. Even if it goes outside of the registration marks, I just have to trim off a little bit. So for what I do, the silhouette system is a much better system for me. Yeah, I'll put you over here. I have to fix monster trucks. We're collecting pretty much have a whole collection of monster trucks now because he keeps breaking them. All right. So we'll just put these here, and I'll put these on the side just so that you can see what it is that we are making. These do come with a protective film over it, so we have to take that off, and it is on both sides. Now these will be given to my client flat, and they will assemble them once they are in Orlando. That way it doesn't take up space in their vehicle. I always pre-crease them just to make sure it's going to be easy for them to fold it in and take out all of the little pieces. Now, I am actually working. When I'm working, I focus. This is not technically a class where I am teaching and talking through each part. If you guys don't engage, you don't ask any questions, you don't make any comments, then there's nothing to talk about. You'll just watch me work. Or you'll watch me work and I will do nothing but promote my classes. Now this does cut a little weird, so I have to use a weeding tool. And so this is kind of I always talk about good, better, best. This is good, meaning this is the economy version of this. I would normally use my Rolling BN20, and I use actual printable vinyl. So although this is called printable vinyl or printable vinyl sticker, sheets, paper, whatever, this is not like your regular vinyl. It will rip. Okay, real vinyl does not rip how this rips. And so I have to be very, very careful, because where like places like here where there's separation of the legs, it and also in between them, it will rip so easy. So I always have to be very careful, and I have to lift it up in multiple places. So I have to use the weeding tool to kind of like lift it up from the release the pressure, because it's like pressure sensitive to the backing. So I just have to release that, because this is non-stick, like the surface of it. So it's not really sticking to it. It's pressure sensitive. So you have to be very careful, and you have to release it to get it all up clean. And so I just put them together where they are one cut, and I don't have to do them individually. And then you have to put them down. I still have to put them down one by one. If not, like I did there, I got a ripple. No, I did not cut these boxes. This child, I would never sit here and cut a bunch of clear acetate boxes. I don't even like cutting like boxes for just the regular ones. I've done it before, like, just as it was a last minute thing and I needed it for my kids' class, but I would never cut these. I'm going to always order them. Either that, or I'm going to go pick some up from Party City. So that was to that question. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yes, it is a printable vinyl sticker paper sheet. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. Is there a way to group the offset to stay within the regular script? I'm not sure what you mean. Is there a way to group the offset to stay within the regular script? I don't quite understand what you're asking. Is that part going on the inside of the box? Yes. So you can see here, that is what's inside, the one that I put down, and then I flip it over to put this part, and that's what's on the front. So I'm not going to assemble the rest of these because she's going to get them flat. I don't want these, so I will give them to her, and she can choose to put them in there or not. Because I don't need them. This is tedious, this kind, because you have to take the clear film off. It doesn't really matter which way you fold it in. Second session I caught today. Absolutely love the cut stickers you made earlier. Also, thanks for running the anniversary special. I took advantage and got 10 packs of the 11x17 paper. Only paper I use. Woohoo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. Was that Regina Carter or Carr? Thank you so much for the follow. I get a feeling a little person's going to run in here because they're being put to bed, but I don't want him to run in here because guarantee he has on bed clothes. And yeah, y'all need to see my big booty. So it's not a matter of this being cut incorrectly. It's because of the type of material and the way, because it has corner points, I have to release the pressure before I can peel it up. Otherwise, it will split. If you've ever used Jet Pro 3G, you probably know that feeling or know like how like that can happen because it happens with Jet Pro 3G all the time. Oh, come on. And you have to be careful with stuff like that, with it sticking down and then grabbing it from the ends because that will also cause it to rip. So put the one down, put the second one, and then the third one. So there is a science to this. If you don't know the science to it, you will end up extremely, extremely, extremely frustrated. This was the Gable boxes purchased from A to Z. Are we using these images to do a basic or intricate design in class? Pretty much like, so we're going to go through like the tracing. Like I said, I did a recording of how I did these. And so I'm going to try and upload the lesson first, and then we have the live session. So we do have the design one. The design one that we were supposed to do yesterday was supposed to be on the tracing, but I lost power. I have to reschedule that. We'll end up having to go into the month of October for the next design one. So we'll have a design session that we were supposed to have yesterday next week. And then the one we were supposed to have next week, I'll do that the first week of October because I don't really have an extra day to kind of squeeze it in during this week. So I have to just extend Q3 review an extra week. And I'll put one together just so that you can see because those are already assembled. I will put one together just so that you can see how it flows together. I mean, if you want to use gloves that your fingerprints aren't on the clear, you can. It's not that serious, but you can use it. A to Z. Let's be honest. When in doubt, we know that we all go looking for it on A to Z. You know, when in doubt, shop it out at A to Z. And that is an exact template to that space. See, that one ripped. I pulled it up too fast. Ew, I put that one a little too low. That's okay. It'll just get tucked underneath. I was trying to be very careful with it since it had a rip, and I put it down too low. So, assembly for this style is side tabs up. And you can either do them, you can kind of try and get them in at like both at the same time and bend it back, or you just put one. It doesn't matter which one goes in the front, which one goes in the back on either side. And then just grab the handles and stick it through the slot. And then I drop the middle piece back to lock it in. And that's how easy it is to put this together. That's why I don't mind. You know, it's not a big thing for me to leave it for the customer because it's very easy to assemble. Ooh, child. Let's see. I'm trying to create that curve that you have in the name, but I can't figure it out. So in Silhouette Studio, I use the cone warp tool. So which is the one they say to like, you know, warp vinyl or to put vinyl onto curved cups and things. I use that to create the arch. Because it was basically a PNG. If it was text, I would do text to path. Hola, welcome, welcome. Make sure that you guys do give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not done so as you come in. Drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know if you are someone that works in the event and party space with your crafts and creations. And if you do, what type of things do you create? Have you ever made custom Gable or treat boxes before? There's some of these that are very, very, very detailed and intricate with a lot of offsetting and foam pop dots. If you don't know what pop dots are, I had some over here because I use them for something else, but I don't see them. Where are my pop dots? Oh, here they are. So it's just little foam dots, and it just adds dimension and makes it, it raises, the hell? It raises it from like the backing of it. So some people will do that, and they will do layers of that, in, so like do a bunch of different offsetting, and some people will turn them into shakers. There's very intricate ways of doing it, but you can also make money keeping it very simple. You're still providing a customized product or customized service doing it this way. So everything does not have to be super, super intricate, or you're doing all these things and you feel like, well, the more that I do to it, the more money that I'm going to make. You're also going to do more work, and you're going to be stuck on that same order, that same job, and you're maxed out at, that, because it's taking up your entire day. It's taking up a couple of days because you're designing. You have to cut all of the pieces out, especially if you only have one machine. If you're doing print and cuts, you can't do your offsetting cuts and your print and cuts because you have one machine. You can go. I did all of these with one machine. It didn't take me long. I did most of it off camera, but I promise you, it did not take long. By the time one was done printing, like, it was cutting at the same time. So you can keep it real simple and still make money. That middle one wants to be very, very stubborn. She keeps ripping. Oh, come on. Nobody told y'all to keep having to be extra careful with hers because she's ripped, but then she wants to stick down prematurely. These so-called vinyl sticker sheets rip very easily. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Have never done this kind of box. I do custom party stuff, but only for my great grandkids, not for sale. What kind of paper is that? Did you design that? So yes, the template I created from scratch. Of course, I didn't make all of the hearts and stuff. That's signature to Powerpuff Girls. I just kind of got it in. But I created the template and created the breaks and then cropped it down to it, added a glitter texture on top. So yes, we did this. And then this was also a PNG that I traced to layer it out and then add all of the glitter elements to it. So this was not found online like this. I added all of the glitter and added the offsets and all those things. Same thing with the name. The client did it originally in Canva. And I brought it in, I arched it, I traced it, added the color, added the glitter to it. And yeah, that's how we did that. All in Silhouette Studio. So we're halfway through. There's 5 of these now. No, 5, 6. I have to do 10 of them. And I don't have to worry about filling them. The parent will fill them. So when I talk about different price points, this is something that it's a discussion that I've talked about before. We talked about a little bit last week or this week. Was it the top of this week in Creative Lounge? But we're going to have a whole session on that where you don't have to do every single part of a job. Like this can be broken up into, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different offerings to your clients. It can be just the design. You can do the design and you can do the prints and cuts, because if they don't have a machine, they won't be able to do the cut. So you can do it as you can do the printing for them. Hell, you can just do the print. They want to cut it out by hand, or you can offer to do the cuts. Then you can go to the step that I'm doing, where of course we designed it, we printed it, we did the print and cuts. We are applying it to the boxes. They will, of course, put them all together. And then I could have also had a service where it's like, all right, we're going to fill these for you and provide a list of things that, knowing what could fit in here and give them a list to choose from. And you can even break that up. Do you want to, where we're providing 2 items, 3 items, 4 items, 5 items, depending on how many can fit in there. So just from one project, there's a ton of ways that you can make money from it and fit within your customer's budget. So if they don't have the budget for you to do like everything, the majority of this is our labor. That's where the biggest part of your cost is probably going to come from, is your labor. So if you can get the supplies and things like that, you're taking care of that. You have your markup. Of course, you still have some labor. If you're doing design, I charge a separate design fee. So there is ways to make money, keeping it very simple and not doing a whole lot of work, and be able to move on to the next job. I didn't think about breaking it up like that. That's what the professor's here for. That's why you are in the Creative Lounge. Thank you, Prissy. Did I crease this? I did not. I'm not taking the chance on her. I am peeling up every part of her because the last couple of times she wanted to split. So I am pulling up every part of her because she is tripping. She says, yeah. So for the arch, you use the cone warp. You have to have Designer Edition Plus or Business Edition to have access to the cone warp tool. But if you're in Essential Silhouette Studio, a video will be posted on exactly how I did this. It's already been recorded. I'm just, oh, come on, Shakia. And oh well. But I am not, dropping everything all at once when it comes to that, to not overwhelm you guys who are in Essential Silhouette Studio. But a video will be dropping with the exact steps of how I did this. Now, who here does not know about Essentials of Silhouette Studio and exactly what that training is? Who does not know about Essentials of Silhouette Studio? Ooh, you went a little funky. So everybody here knows about Essentials of Silhouette Studio. All right, so if you know about Essentials of Silhouette Studio, how many of you guys are not enrolled? Even though you know about it, you've heard me talk about it, you are not enrolled yet. And if you are enrolled, what is your favorite part about Essentials of Silhouette Studio? think this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more to go. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, where are my prints? Yep, 2 more to go because this is the last sheet. But there should be 1 extra of this. And I technically used the extras of that one because it ripped a couple of times. So that's all that was left. But I did those. And so, as I said, I always do extras because I don't have to do it over again. And some of them ripped. And so I just had the harmony part left from that one. All right, so let's see. Incredible evening, craftastic tip with Shawnee D. I love the flexibility and ease of design. Love the trace, edit points, rhinestone tools. There's so much more, but not enough space. No, I'm saying, so not about Silhouette Studio. What do you love about being enrolled in Essentials of Silhouette Studio? Our program. Our class. Our training. Is this side off? That's kind of weird. No, it's on there. Oh, it's just pushed further back. The playbacks. Okay. So if you took the composition notebook class, you'll see that it's pretty much the same exact technique. Methods are many, principles are few. Methods change, principles never do. So the method in which I do this, because it's a different type of image, kind of changes a little bit, but the principle of it, folding it back, finding our edge, and then smoothing it out. So methods change. Methods are many, principles are few. Methods change, principles never do. So it's the same concept, same principle for applying this to this clear Gable box as it is applying it to a composition notebook. Oh, I still see registration marks, which means I did not pull the negative away on this one. She says, oh, I love being able to ask questions right on the spot. Love the interactions with other students. Love the positive feedback and replays. I love the help that we get from other students. Okay. Hey. The breakdown of the entire process, because I don't get it the first time and we do it multiple times. Hey, Miss Cara, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi from Canada. Is this clear boxes ready-made or you did? Yes, they are ready-made from from that A to Z app. I purchased these. So you can see the printing cut was good. It's just that it's pressure sensitive paper. So you have to be careful with pulling it up. All right, I'm on my last one. No, second to last one. So I'm going to tell you about Essential Silhouette Studio anyway. Okay. So Essential Silhouette Studio is, well, I've been teaching it for many years now. But when I first did it, I would basically run through the tools and functions, kind of give a quick breakdown of what they were. It was more so like a walkthrough. We would be on a session for 4 hours, sometimes 6 hours. Once kind of Silhouette added a lot of new stuff. We've been on a session for that one for like 6 hours. This was years ago. And it would just be one session. And it was more so me breaking down like, okay, hey, this is what tracing is. This is what it does. This is what subtract does, blah, 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 blah. Hey, you have any questions? I'd always leave room for questions. But what the original one did not leave room for was that breakdown, being able to get an understanding, having it repeat. Oh, come on. Having it repeated a few times. So 2 years ago, I created, or I changed the hold on, I gotta concentrate because the middle one was way too low. So the whole thing has to come up. I gotta be very careful so that it doesn't split at the middle one. Remember I said this is non-stick. So we're just gonna lay y'all back over here so that I can get her up safely. Did my silly self just push her head back down? I did. And did. There we go. Come on now. Now, why would you go lay back down? All right, there we go. Look, I'm going to attempt to utilize this. Don't know why I didn't do this earlier. All right, now that I've concentrated on that. But yeah, so 2 years ago, I changed the format and I started teaching it over the course of 30 days, giving each element, each tool, essential tool, its own day, basically. So we had 26 days of like different tools and functions and breaking them down. Doing kind of like a I do, we do, you do for, click on this, see how it works. Let's crop, let's subtract, let's trace. There were worksheets, how to select, how to change colors, how to scale your patterns. Every single tool and function had its own day. So we let that ride out for 2 years. This year, in the first quarter of the year, we did a refresher. It was 13 weeks. So, of course, we didn't go through the whole 30 days. We combined some of the lessons, but the 30 days is always there for you to watch. It is literally the ultimate video reference guide. You can always go back to it. If you forget something, how to do something because it's broken up by tool, you can always go back to just that lesson. So it's the ultimate video reference guide. And then, so this year we did the refresher. It was 13 weeks. We added some like new assignments with it, some homework assignments, and some other like cool, like, just add-ons. That was during the first quarter of the year. So now we're in Q3. We're doing a Q3 review. Always live via Zoom. Like she said, you get to ask questions in real time. You get to unmute. If you run into any issues, you get to share your screen. I walk you through it to make sure that you fully understand it. We have Q&As at every single turn to ensure that you understand it. So one of the additions to Q3 was, lessons and homeworks and exclusive videos, exclusive Watch Me Works. So we try to add on a little bit every single time and not to kind of overwhelm you, with the learning, because it can be a lot. There's so much that you can do with Silhouette Studio. Most people don't realize what all you can do with Silhouette Studio. So it's more so about teaching you the program, not full on like designing. We have dedicated classes for like, putting concepts together for memorial designs and party favors, making your own SVGs, how to do text effects. We have one that's called like a face off or the switch up, with putting kids' faces on characters. So we have some dedicated classes for specific things, but to learn it. And then, when I'm working on a project, I'm not always like teaching, but I allow you to kind of see the process and what my steps were. And that helps a lot of people just to kind of see it, in real time. So those are some of the things that you get access to when you enroll in Essential Studio. You also get access to our student union. Our student union is a Facebook community where you can ask questions if you get stuck on something. If you're, I always encourage you to, post pictures or post a video. Give me details of what you're trying to do. I don't want you to spend hours and hours and like, be so proud and like, well, I want to figure it out for myself. Why? You have somebody that pretty much knows this program inside and out. And as long as you give me some detail, I can pretty much figure out what it is that you're trying to do. And I'm going to cut your design time or cut your frustration in half, because you're not going to sit here and spend hours and hours, days and days, weeks and weeks trying to figure something out. You come to the group, you let me know what's going on. If it is something that I can explain in 15 minutes or less, I have gone live or I have pre-recorded videos to break things down to our students in the student union. Am I lying? Anybody that's in the student union? Am I telling any fibs, or am I living by our brand name and speaking honestly? And the thing that we also incorporated, like with the refreshers, was study hall sessions, because we went back to back for 30 days and not really kind of reviewing. We had reviews at the end, but with the refreshers, we incorporated study hall sessions, which are live Zoom sessions where you can come ask questions that, where you are stuck at. We've helped people complete projects that they were working on in study hall sessions, all sorts of things. And we will have them ongoing. So although we're about to wrap up the third quarter review, there will be study hall sessions each and every month, just to kind of, keep in touch and still be able to have that connection via Zoom and be able to get help. It just won't be full-on lessons. What you learn will be driven by the questions that, the participants or the attendees ask during those sessions. The cost has gone up since we first started. When we first did it, it was just 30 days. It was $83.65. Once we did Q3, it went up to 150 something. Well, things like it gradually went up. Like we had it was like 103, because all our prices have 365 or 563 in there some way, somehow. Like 103.65, 123.65, 150. Now that we have the Q3 and we're adding all the exclusive videos, it retails for $253.65. But there is an automatic discount code available right now, where you'll get 55% off. We have buy now, pay later options. Make sure that you select that if you're going to use buy now, pay later, such as Sezzle, pay in installments with Shop Pay, PayPal, buy now, pay later. You can take advantage of those payment options. I just realized that our Academy site also has Affirm, Afterpay, and Klarna on it. So I will actually, it was hidden on there before because, for people who wanted to do buy now, pay later. But I'm going to actually put it back on there because my host site is actually offering those payment options now. So I'm going to actually add that back to the Academy website. So there are payment options. If you want to break up your payments, even with the discount, you may still want to break it up. You can do so by using one of the buy now, pay later options. The link is in the description of this video. I actually meant to put it in the comments. And if you're watching over on TikTok, the link is in the bio. And I'll assemble this one just for those who might just be coming on, just so that you can see how easy they assemble. So I don't have to send them, put together. My client will be able to put these together. Anybody can put these together. So I always pre-crease them to make it a little bit easier for them. So once they take it out of the packaging, the creases are already there. They're just going to have to fold it up, drop in one leg, drop in the other leg on this side. I'll drop them in together. Wait, did they go in? It's clear. It's hard to tell with this one if they go in or not. I can't tell. Is it on front? No, it's in behind it. So they drop in. Okay, no, this side came out. So I like to put them at the same time to make sure they stay in. And then we just grab the handle, push that down. That's why we pre-creased it. And push it through the slots on one side. Push it through the slots on this side. And then I recommend they fold it back. Oh, come on. Because that normally keeps it closed when you fold one side. So there's a flap on this side, a flap on that side. So when you fold it over, it keeps it closed. So that's that. And if she wanted to, they can put the insert in as well. Now, the last part of this, for me, is going to be to brand these. Let's see. Her response to questions is awesome. Can someone let her know what A to Z means? She said, speaking honestly, what would be a beginning price point for the service you are doing right now? So I'll say it this way. Design is separate. These particular ones, not including the design, how we price ours. And remember, everything has 1365. So it's not gonna say it's easier for me. It's easy, but then again, it's not really as easy because sometimes it's like trying to find that middle ground. But these were invoiced at $1365, not including the design fee. They were invoiced at $1365. I have done quite a few things for this particular customer. I also had some cup decals, which I showed you guys. They have them for them to apply it themselves. So they also had their cup decals. There is the cube, which she came and got, but I have to do another one. So there was the cube as well. So they got quite a few things with this order. And I have done quite a few things for them. Well, they've come to me for quite a few things. So there was some discounts in there as well. But the lowest that this would be invoiced at would be $1365. Not including design fee. And I would have gotten this done. Like right now, we've been on for like an hour and a half, but I also kind of like talked about some things. So just assembling them definitely would take less than an hour. The printing part was the longest because I printed these only from, I printed from my Canon Pixma and I only have one of those. If I'm using my Epson, I have multiple of those printers so I can print out more. This one was a little bit off. More than one at a time. Like I could have been printing off this part on one printer and then the inside part on another. So it just makes my process a little bit faster. And now they go back in a clear bag and then in a poly mailer. Actually, these might just go in the clear and then the box because I still have to make one more cube. She already got her pajamas because she needed to pack. So she already got the pajamas. She got, her daughter came and she wanted to take the cube with her. So she took the first cube with her. And there's also, I actually threw in some custom water bottle labels. Oh, no, shoot. The cupcake toppers. I'm so glad I said that. I would have looked at my list anyway. I have not printed those out. Those could have been printing while I was doing these. Because I was live, I was distracted. But I got to print out those cupcake toppers. So there we go. All 10. Thanks for answering. I wish you appeared to me since you started. You can watch the playback she says no lies told, temporarily over on our YouTube channel, Honestly Speaking, or Soloholics Anonymous. But it will be on 365 Creative Academy. I'm trying to also build up my subscribers over there. So 365 Creative Academy is probably going to be the better place for you to find the video at. Yes, that's what A to Z is. Each. 13, the lowest would be $13.65 each. And that was with discounts and very loyal clients, and they had quite a few things. And she signed my waiver to be able to use the images or use her design and her daughter's likeness in content and trainings. So I also kind of give discounts when they allow me to do that, especially when their child's picture is on something. Because it makes my life easier. I don't have to create new content. All right. Any questions for me? The full-on design for this will be posted on the dashboard of Essentials of Silhouette Studio. How I created, not how I created the template, but how I added the stripes to the template. The template will be in the vault. It'll also be on our website with the link for which box these go to. And this is not, they have a clear one that's like this, they have a white one, they have a craft one. So that one template would work on any of them. If you wanted it to be where when they open up like the craft box or the white box, if you want it to line the inside, because of course you wouldn't be able to see through it. Although I have also taken those and cut a hole out of it, and I put a window in the clear one and the craft one. So that this template will work for those. So you'll get the link for them, which one of the companies, they're all under one. And then for some others, they're like all separate. But the links for it and the template for it, so that you can put the piece in here if you want to do the entire thing. But of course, that would be this was white. So you'll just have to put this way. Well, you can put the whole thing, but then this side would be white as well. Kind of like how this side is. But you can still cover the whole thing, because you still get this panel to where if you wanted to cover this as well, but it'll be from the outside, or if you like in the panel to know where how to properly size things. So all of the panels, you also get in there is a panel for here if you wanted it to have color, as well as if you're going to put it together. If you're going to do it this way, you have to put it together first. Tape it, and then put this panel on if you want the entire thing covered, because of the way you have to assemble this one. So you do have to put it together, temporarily tape it from the back so it stays together. Then you can put the sticker on it. It's very tedious putting it on there once it's together like that. And I normally just cut a slit in it so I can slide these through when I do it that way, if I want the whole thing covered. But all the panels come with the template. And in Creative Lounge, we're going to break down marketing, selling, some more details when it comes to creating these. The Creative Lounge is where you get the exact paper or sticker sheets that I'm using. You'll also get the exact links, but you won't have the template. You have to either purchase the template or get the template vault. But, you know, supplies I use is always like there are links for those in the Creative Lounge. Last call for any questions. If there are none, thank you guys so very much. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Oh, I just spelled your name. Hey, just say. All right, y'all. Peace.